Thanks for stopping by the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice.
Hey guys, let's talk about it because this Married to Medicine platform is so foul at this point, and I heard they're already filming for the new season. It's just whack the way that things have been over the past few seasons, and now with how they have done Letitia and Dr. G, while enticing them to come on board and be a part of the show for Dr. G again and for Letitia for the first time last season, and then flip flopping on them this season to appease Quad after they made her feel some type of way, which, in my personal opinion, I don't feel that they owe her any type of apology for doing what they did because honestly, most of them are fake anyway, and it's reality TV. And like Simone has said, and I know a lot of people don't like Simone, they feel like she's loud and she's, whatever. I'm not here to say she's right about everything, but I agree with her when she said that Quad has been giving them her ass to kiss for years. Now, that's her prerogative to do that, okay? But people have amnesia. It's like Quad was on this Cloud Nine experience when she was on Sister Circle, and she really did give them her ass to kiss during those years. And then when it got canceled, and this was like the only television spotlight that she still had access to, then she wanted to get back in their good graces and be on the show while all the time, for the most part, still believing that these people owed her some type of loyalty and owed her whatever. Like Quad has such an entitled attitude. If you've watched Married to Medicine and if you're honest, you've seen that about her over these past years. All right. So it's like it's okay for Quad to insult Dr. Gregory, but he can't feel some type of way about it and respond to it. That's bullshit. And then going back to the couples night where they did the game or whatever, that chick, whether she was drunk or not, she was wrong. I don't care if she was inebriated. She said what she said. And so Dr. G had a right to feel the type of way that he felt. So people trying to conflate that to, oh, he's not over her and he still loves Quad and he still wants Quad. He's not over Quad. No, he's over her bullshit and how he has been trying to disparage her character. And I'm just going to be real. There are not a lot of people that are able to speak like Quad, and they're like quick-witted like that and can give these long paragraph soliloquy responses or excuses or explanations for everything, because not everyone is full of shit and can just spout off things off the drop, of a dime like she can. So just because you are quick-witted, and I didn't mean quick with it, quick-witted, WITTED, just because you're able to do that, it doesn't mean that you're the most intelligent person in the room, and it doesn't mean that you're right. So Letitia and Dr. G may not have been able to, or not, given the opportunity to explain themselves in the right way during those times, because let's be clear, for the most part, except for maybe Cecil, and then when Simone got tired of Quad and then she responded to Quad, for the most part, most of them were there to shut her down. And then this tall, mole faced nigga, Dr. Jackie's husband, has the nerve to speak on anybody's relationship when you're just having sex with your wife 0.5 times a week. And most people believe you're screwing other chicks the other days of the week. Because Where are you? And who are you with? And not that Jackie really cares because she literally is married to medicine. She's married to her career. She really doesn't care what he does. It's like it's cheaper to keep him. I'm married to him all these years. And so why would I lose my empire and what I've been building to divorce this man at this stage of life that I'm at to give him money so that he can trick off on these chicks? Hell no. I'll just stay married to him and let him do what he does. That's my personal opinion. But I can't stand her either because she gives all of these excuses for Heavenly. And when she knows Heavenly hellishly is wrong, she wants to sit there and cry. And I just believe we're better people than this. And girl, please. I can't stand it when she does this bullcrap. But Quad insulted Dr. Gregory by talking about the things when it comes to his relationship, not about her screwing this allegedly bisexual man. That's what they say 15 times a week. I'm not saying that he's, not feeling some type of way or maybe a little bit pressed, but it definitely is more so her disparaging his character. Her and hellishly. Hellishly called this man a pedo, you know what, on social media, and then tried to edit the post by taking that hashtag out. But people already screenshotted it, they shared it, it was already done. And her with the fake tears and the fake apology to Concessa during the time of filming, we got to get over this, sis. Like, I truly apologize. I was like, what the F is she apologizing for? Because in present day, she's still talking about Contessa. She's still talking about Contessa's breast. She's still saying she should have got a better boob job and all the other stuff that she's just literally recently said. This is why her apologies mean nothing. Not a thing. But let me share my screen because let's see if it's in this clip here.
Of course, you're supposed to protect your mate. Of course you are. But when your mate is walking around and
Look at Quad's face. Whenever Dr. Gregory has a point and he's telling the truth and he wants to get to something, she's already automatically shutting him off, right? Let me go ahead and like this comment right here. Cecil's the only logical husband. They really full of it. Agreed.
insulting people,
But she didn't
walking
insult
around
you.
Listen to this nigga talk about, well, she didn't insult you. How can you speak for what he heard and received to say that he was not insulted by what she said? And this is the problem. This is the problem that I have with this dude because it's like you came on the show. Really, you came on here to market yourself, to mark so that you can get more business, right? So this was an opportunity for him. Like, let's be honest. This is an opportunity for him. He's an opportunist, and so is Quad. Because how many seasons has it been that she has been on the show, manless, empty behind her on the sofa? And now, as soon as her ex husband comes on the show with his new wife last season, then the next season she's got it. Quad has got a man at home, and literally in her house. But yeah, now you got a man. But all the seasons before that, you didn't have a man when you were sitting here telling Dr. Eugene that he wears a skirt and all the other insulting things that she said about him and Toya. And now all of a sudden, because Toya's on the bandwagon of feeling sorry for Quad because last season she used those tears, those fake tears, to act like she was crying about Simone bringing up the death of her family member when all Simone was trying to do was make a point. So now they're trying to, oh, well, you know what? We do some effed up stuff. And so now we're going to ice Letitia and Dr. G out because we're sorry about what we did to you. Because let's be clear, she, I feel, used the death of that family member as a catalyst to get back in the good graces of these people. Where it's like, there's no way we could continue to ice her out after she lost a family member. What would that make us look like? Again, it's all about them, really. It's not even about Quad. It's about what it makes them look like. So they would be willing to sacrifice Dr. G's professional and personal reputation and the so-called friendships that they created with Letitia for the sake of Quad's feelings because she lost a family member. But yet, all she was talking about is how they iced her out from the Napa trip and how that made her feel.
Respecting people, I
She
felt
didn't
insulted.
disrespect.
I'm telling you, I felt insulted. I felt very insulted.
I did not insult you.
See how can she tell him? Let me continue.
I felt
You felt
insulted.
anything that I say in reference to me, you're going to feel a certain type of way.
No,
And you
that's
need to
not
get
true.
over that.
That's not true. Actually, the remark you made about throwing us a baby shower.
The baby launchment is coming soon, y'all. And we're having a big baby shower. And I'm going to be responsible for it.
See, how was that her wishing them well and I did not insult you and anything I say you're going to, and look at him sitting there, this little child's about to use a word. Forgetting I'm recording. Look at this bozo sitting there smiling at what she's saying, joking at the expense of Letitia and Dr. G. The whole group knows that they are having fertility issues because of, a multitude of things. And none of them sat and checked that. They just all sat there looking.
Was literally just trying to prove that I am not against y'all.
Bullshit. She is a freaking liar. That was not to wish them well and say, you know what? I am just so in support of this relationship. I am in support of your growing. And if you have a family, kudos and congratulations. I hope you have a healthy pregnancy and you bring this child into the world. And girl, please. That was to be messy. And nobody checked her on it.
You supposedly left me,
and I did,
and I gave you
and see, and that's. Let me go ahead.
Everything in a divorce.
No, you didn't. You didn't have
yes,
to give me anything.
Oh,
yes,
I did. I could have came after you for cash. I never got a dime.
I helped you build your practice. You did not
How did
want
you help me build my
did
practice?
not want me to come after you for your money. So let's just leave it there.
Okay. I want to hear from the other man.
What was your question to the man?
If a man speaks to your woman sideways, do you agree that it's an unspoken rule that you're supposed to stand up and speak for your woman?
Yes.
Absolutely.
These lame niggas. Somebody made a comment said, "Is Quad okay? In what world is saying you will plan a baby shower for your ex-husband and his wife, parentheses, who is having fertility issues, by the way, positive? She lacks self-awareness and takes no accountability for her actions. I am highly disappointed." And that's 100% the truth.
I think everyone believes that. However, I don't believe in this thing that my wife can say anything to you.
But you can't say anything.
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
And I've said that from the beginning.
That means you'll stand up for me when she chews me out?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
As long as I got a place to stay, Andy.
I do think that there are different rules. I think, see, so honestly, I don't agree with you.
And that's her problem. And that's why she has a lame ass demon of a husband who just, oh my God. And I'm going to stop sharing this because it's just like ridiculous. But there was a scene, maybe it was not too long after that, where they were trying to check Letitia and Dr. G, talking about, well, see, you're used to that because of how your husband speaks to you at home. And Letitia made a point. She was like, this is a real relationship. And everyone has moments where the conversation gets tense. Not everyone sitting here can say that all of their conversations are sweet and just laced with sugar and flowers and rainbows and sunshine. People, and this is what I was talking about before. People are so full of shit. They make it seem like Dr. G was abusing this woman because they had a conversation behind closed doors where the camera was still rolling, and he was just basically saying, stop speaking to me before I get mad. And there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't say quit speaking to me before I slap you, or I'll be. And listen, don't try to conflate what he said to mean that, because everybody who is honest can say that if they have been in a relationship, whether married or not, and they had words with their significant other, it was not always sweet and rose filled and all of this other bullshit. Letitia was right. But now they all sitting here talking about, well, my man would never speak to me like that. My man would never check me like that. And then they played a little clip from another season where Dr. Demon was checking Dr. Hell. And I was like, when did that happen? I'm sure I saw it, but we can't remember every single moment of every season, every episode of every season, right? But yeah, I love that production was basically showing like, girl, bye, because y'all are definitely not the poster children of perfect relationships. And that's the thing. Nobody has a perfect relationship. And Quad, she really needs to tread lightly coming on this show with this alleged boyfriend who was definitely a defendant in a lawsuit regarding a stolen Rolls Royce. Not saying hers is stolen, but I'm saying this is a new relationship. You really have no idea how things are going to go. And now we got this so-called storyline, in vitro fertilization storyline, and them, going to get engaged. It's like, here we go. Here we go. Because they're asking him, well, when are you going to put a ring on it? He's like, we're not rushing anything, but it's coming soon. And Quad's like, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be, yes. And I'm like, yeah, because you're going to pay for it probably. But Quad definitely did insult Dr. G. And then she was saying, I wasn't saying anything negative about you. All I was doing was uplifting my husband. And then they played the clip of her talking about him, talk about, see, that's a narcissist being revealed right there. Everything with this chick is always backtracking and not taking accountability at all. And then when she is issuing an apology, it's not genuine. It never is. It never is. Because here we are, and this is what Simone has said over and over again. She said it at the beginning of this season. We'll have our moments on the reunion. We so-called hash it out. I apologize. She apologizes. And then the show airs, and then she's out here talking about stuff on social media. So it's like, where do we stand? Because honestly, if the apology was genuine and you've moved on, if you see that stuff on social media, you're either not going to respond to it, or if you do respond to it, you say, you know what, we already addressed that. That's in the past. We're moving forward. And that's why I said that her and Dr. Hell, their apologies are never genuine. It's all bull, because Heavenly Dr. Hell, her sitting there telling Contessa, you know what, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm truly sorry, blah 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 blah. Then and then today she's going off on Contessa and bringing this up and bringing that up. It's always just full of horse shit. And that's why I just can't with these people. It's so much flip-flopping. It's gross. And I feel some type of way for Dr. G and Letitia. I would not blame them if they were asked to come back, where they would say, you know what, we're going to take a break. Like, do like Candace, for your mental health and for the sake of you trying to do what you're, going to do so that you can go and get pregnant and have the baby that you both desire to have. I would keep this toxicity out of my life. It's not worth it. I just I don't like that for them. And then even them trying to be the bigger persons, Letitia and Dr. G, mainly, Letitia, Dr. G didn't really say much about it, but Letitia's like, yeah, I can, you know, for the sake of, trying to, be peaceful, I can coincide and be cordial and whatever. And then Quad, in her usual fashion, because she never wants the people that she doesn't want to be around to be around. So that's what she's done with all the others in the past. And I just can't say that I could I could be around them when when we know the past and what, and it's like, here we go. She never wanted them to be on this cast again, and now that she feels like she's in their good graces again, she does not want them to be a part of it. And that's what the goal has always been. But I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna end it here, and I may come back and give some more commentary on some of these other parts. But Quad really needs to tread lightly and and this I'm sure it's going to be hard for her because I don't think she knows the definition of the word humility and being humble. But there have been too many examples from women on these different franchises of the Real Housewives. I've seen them. I may not talk about all of the different housewife shows, but I started out watching the Real Housewives of Orange County in the very beginning. Very beginning, okay? When they used to be boring and it wasn't all of this drama and stuff like that. It was just literally real life stuff happening, but it was reality. But there have been examples of other housewives who have been on these shows, were in relationships, wound up going through a divorce, got with another man. These people saw them on this show. So they know that, you know what? I'll talk about that later. I don't want this to be too long. So, anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about Quad and her backtracking and saying, I didn't insult you. I just wish the best for you. And I just wanted you and Letitia to know that I really want you to be happy and to have a happy baby, her to have a happy pregnancy. And I'll be happy to throw a baby shower if you have a baby. And but what do you think about Quad saying that she didn't say anything to Dr. G that was insulting? And so they need to get over it. But also, by the way, I don't want them to be a part of this show because I just feel that too much has happened in the past for me to have a comfortable space being on this show with them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.